Hi there, it's Di from Refurbies, and today we're doing a really simple makeover on an older style coffee table, and I'm going to show you in today's video some of the tricks that I use to reduce the amount or the number of coats of paint that I need. So stay tuned to see what we come up with. Okay, here's what we started with. It is a very nice, well-made coffee table, but it's a little bit outdated, 1980s style. Not so pretty anymore, so we're going to hopefully change that. Now, it is solid timber, so it will come up really well, and it's beautifully made, but it does need a little bit of Refurbies love, so hopefully we can make it beautiful. Here we go, here it is. 2 coats of Harbour over the top of 1 coat of grey base and blocker, all finished, dry, looking silky and smooth and very opaque. So I'm really happy with how this went on. We'll move on to the top next and get that finished as well. Apologies, I sanded this off camera at the beginning of the project, so I'm sorry I didn't get that all on camera. I used my Makita random orbital sander, and it cut straight through the old varnish. What I'm doing now is I'm sanding it smooth with 120 grit sandpaper by hand. I'm also taking the opportunity to tidy up the very edges of the top of the coffee table where any paint may have, got over to the top when I was painting the body. So the reason I'm using 120 grit is because I want it to be smooth, but I don't want to use a super fine sandpaper because that will close off the grain a little too much, and I want to leave it a little bit open just so the grain's open enough to absorb the stain and let it penetrate through. Once I've finished tidying the top up, I'm going to apply 2 coats of Pureco Stain and Glaze in the colour Whisper, which is their white water-based stain. And then I'm going to finish it off with 3 coats of Pureco top coat in the eggshell finish. The reason I'm using 3 coats is because this is a coffee table. It will have a lot of traffic and I just want to give it a bit of extra durability. To finish this off, we're going to stencil the sides of the little drawer in the coffee table. We're using the same colour we used on the body, which is Harbour, and we're also using the Pureco flat tip wax brush as a stencil brush because this saves a lot of time stenciling because the brush is much bigger and essentially a better tool for stenciling than a normal little stencil brush. I'll just add that I did do 2 coats over the stencil, so 2 passes over the top of the stencil with the Harbour. The reason I did that was because, as we mentioned before, Harbour does have a clear base to it, and 1 coat was just a little translucent, so I did 2 coats to give it a much more opaque look. So I very gently, in between each coat, dried the paint with my heat gun, being careful not to melt the stencil, of course. And then once I was finished that, I popped on a brand new drawer pull, and then it was all finished. Here's just a quick reminder of what it looks like before. Old, dated, scrappy, and here it is now.